Welcome back to the Cartoon History Channel, and this is Saturday Afternoon Retro Cartoon 114, Behind the Scenes of Animation 30. And today's episode is Behind the Scenes of Why Your Favorite Nicktoons Ended. The first one I'm going to talk about is Hey Arnold. They were going to have a season 6, but the reason that one ended is he had creative disagreements from the show and Nickelodeon, and left the network to work on other projects. But also, the original movie was a box office flop, so they lost interest in continuing the show. So he leaves the network after his show wraps up in 2001, even though the show continued to air until 2004. Loud House is ending after 11 seasons. Season 11 has yet to air its first episode. It's supposed to air today, later today. But they're also currently airing 3 seasons at once. The production of said seasons has ceased, but they're airing Season 9, Season 10, and Season 11 all at the same time. They've produced all the episodes that they're going to produce up until now. And they're going to have a 10th anniversary special for the show. But there's no more Loud House episodes. It's coinciding with Kevin Sullivan, the head writer, leaving. He left the show, so they're just going to discontinue the show instead of hiring a new head writer. Sometimes a show ends just because the story ended. They didn't get canceled, but the show just ends because the story ended. Like in Rocko's Modern Life, Future Shock. It didn't air as the last episode. It aired in between the last season, Season 4, and the last episode, which was a Founders Day / Thanksgiving episode. That's the last one to air, but Future Shock was the series finale episode. And it depicts O-Town 17 years in the future, where you see Filbert as 38, but he's in a retirement home with his future of his kids and them reminiscing about the past. And this rocket ship goes into space, and it sends Heifer and Rocko into space for 17 years, and then they come back to O-Town. There's a sequel episode to that called Rocko's Modern Life Static Cling that is the true cutoff. But in the original continuum, it was Future Shock as the last episode. It just didn't air as the last. Another example of an episode that was the last episode, but it wasn't a true series finale, was Kimmy Takes the Cake. That was the last episode of the original from 1991 to 2004 Rugrats. It was Kimmy's birthday, and it was also the last episode to feature the Taffy character, voiced by Amanda Bynes. Even though the episode didn't air, the episode that got Mitch Skewer's The Angry Beavers off the air was an episode that there is audio on YouTube of this episode, and there are storyboard sketches that have been added into audio of this that's on YouTube. But it's an episode that completely breaks the fourth wall, tells who voiced the characters, explains that they're a cartoon and doesn't exist, and explains their voice actors. But it was a canceling moment for the show, even though it was just a gag. The show found out that they were being let go from the network, or canceled, if you will, and they made this gag episode that never aired, that also ended up being another reason why they got canceled. Because there's a rule with the network: you never admit that you're being canceled on their cartoons. They never let that be part of their storylines. But they got canceled because Nick just got tired of the show. It wasn't pulling in the ratings they wanted. After so many years, people quit watching it as much as the network would have liked. So they made this gag episode, because they say April Fool's at the end. It's kind of an insult to the company, if you will. Another show that just ran its time and quit, and wasn't canceled, but they just quit, was the 4 seasons of Kablam. That was one of the original spin-offs that got a direct Snick cartoon. It was a spin-off from all that. It lasted for 4 seasons and then abruptly just quit. It had its spin-off of its own called the Action League Now show that spun off from that was spun off from a spun-off. But they quit doing that after 4 seasons and didn't exactly cancel the show, they just quit doing it. My guess is low ratings, which is usually why. But I don't know why it was canceled to begin with, because it was a popular show, it just wasn't up to what they wanted. That's it for today's video. Join me next Saturday for Saturday Afternoon Rototoon 115, Behind the Scenes of Animation 31. And tell me what you want for next Saturday's video in the comments, and also vote on what you want in the comments, because I want to do the most popular idea. And if you like these videos and you want to see more that I upload every Friday and Saturday at 3, like, subscribe, and comment, and hit the notification bell. And make sure you hit the notification bell if you want those notifications. And like this video. The more you like, the more you subscribe, the more this content will get pushed out. Pushed out to you, pushed out to everybody that likes cartoon history. So if you want to see more cartoon history, hit that like and subscribe button and the notification bell.